Okay, so this is how I go about doing creating a video with my pictures, and it's kind of a unique system idea of doing it. So I have to go into my pictures. On my computer, I have my main storage of data, which pictures, videos, and files are on a secondary drive. So, and that would be this one. And then looking for something to use. What's this one here? No, that's not the one. So I'm looking for some pictures to use. Oh. So this is a trip that I took. I went for training in St. Petersburg, Florida. Actually, it was Clearwater, Florida. Not a lot of pictures. But this one would probably do. So I just want to keep track of where those are. And I'm going to open up my video software on my PC. It's a Wondershare Filmora. It's around $50 for the program, and it has a lot of features in it. And a lot of editors out there have a lot of features on it. So it was kind of I chose it because I thought that it was going to be very similar to Final Cut. And, it has green screen capabilities, has multiple camera angles, and so it uses the timeline. It's similar. There are some things that Final Cut does that this doesn't do. And but it has quite a lot. It's very feature rich, and you just have to learn it. Now, for me to go between Final Cut and this one is a challenge. So I use this mainly for my YouTube videos and all my other stuff that I do on the Final Cut at the studio. So we go to import files, and then we want to go to, where are we here? I don't know where we are. Pictures, and where we at? Florida, right? In 08, that was a long time. It was 10 years ago. Down there for Canon 3000 training, color. It's a high-speed color printer. It was two guys in the class, me and another person, and we had one machine, the two of us. So here are the pictures I'm going to select. And I'm going to hit the Shift key, go down and grab the last one, and then I'm going to hit Open, and it's going to bring them all in. And now I'm going to take these again, if it allows me to grab them all at once, and bring them over to the timeline. Now, once you're out, these pictures are on the timeline. You can go through each picture once it finishes uploading them. Okay, so now what's easier to do is to expand out the things so that you can look at them, and you can get your playhead right over the picture. So the best thing to do when you're taking pictures with a digital camera is you keep it horizontal. In the old days with Filmbase, you could turn the camera sideways one way and sideways the other way, but for this, it's better to just keep it horizontal and everything oriented well. Otherwise, you end up with black bars on either side of the frame. So I'm the type of guy that lives out of the suitcase. Hotels and motels, I don't take it out and put it into the drawers. So this would have been the Gulf of New Mexico side, which you would think would be a little bit more lush. Clearwater. It's a very lucrative location. There are a lot of retirees down there. There are a lot of movie stars, and so basically go through the pictures. Now what this has is move and zoom thing. This is the only problem with that, because once we do these certain steps, the move and zoom doesn't really work as well. And what's amazing is that, to me, I guess it isn't amazing because I've been shooting photographs since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. And back when you used to use film, it was important to shoot a good picture, without doing multiples. Now here's a bad photo. This actually would be a great photo to use as a title page, or a credits page. So I'm going to hit delete, and I'm going to move our line down a little more. A lovely bunch of coconuts. Oh, wait. Oh, look, it's me. How I did that? Flies on rice. And there was a restaurant we were at. It was a really great food, but the flies were horrible. And these were them. So that's it on that roll of film, it's a digital camera, obviously. I didn't take as many pictures. Oh, excuse me, as I would think I would. That was more of an experience, driving around and enjoying myself and taking less pictures. All right, so here we are. We have this loaded out. This looks like 4 hours and 42 minutes. Let's just see. just to check here. Sometimes I have a little trouble with reading the clocks. But it looks like it's a... Look, it's longer than... So it looks like the time frame on this is 4 minutes. 4.5 minutes. Which isn't really all that long. But, say for example, it was 800 pictures, or 1,000, or 2,000, pictures to this, and you didn't want to... Nobody wants to watch an hour long watching photographs. Now the eye is accustomed to watching 30 frames per second. I mean, that's what a movie is. So it's not so unheard of just look at a photograph at a quarter of a second, but it's a little difficult to adjust it. So this is what I do. I hit it once I have all my photos the way I want. I will hit the export, and I'll export it into the old Florida days. Got an MP4. Well, let's keep it an MOV for right now. We have a Good Revolutions 1920 by 1080. Gonna set the speed at 29.9. You want best quality. Really what I like is 1080 by 720. It doesn't really give you that option. We'll leave it there for now. And hit export. And so we're going to export the movie. Well, we're going to export the pictures into a movie. See, for some reason it's been dumping this in... Alright, so here this is the video. And we're going to take this video and put it back on the timeline. So now we have a video that's 4.5 minutes long. But it's a fairly boring video still. But it'll have the effects that you want. There's little zoom effects. But it's 4.5 minutes long, and you're going to be asleep before. Just like it was when we were playing it back before, you're already bored with the whole thing. So this is what we can do with it. We can change the size to accommodate something shorter. So now we're at a 1 minute video. When we watch it now, we can zip through these pictures. And it still looks visually appealing. Now you could go to even shorter time than this. But it probably works this way. Now this is 4 times faster. So about a 1.5 minute video is now down to 1 minute. But you can do this with any size photos, and it's now you basically primarily shoot everything in video, but you used to shoot it in photos, just like I did. Now you could take those photos and create videos and not make them boring. And of course, you can also do is add a lot of different effects into the scenes to kind of give it some punch. The other thing is to choose music that creates the mood. Now, it's kind of hard to do that with a 1 minute video, but if you have, say, a 7 minute video, which is kind of where my target is, you can probably get 4 different melodies in there to affect change in different things. So it's kind of a cool way to do it. And then you're taking, you can go through your whole library, because most people get bored watching things slow, unless there's really something cool. But we have this thing called stop and rewind and pause for videos. You can go back and look at a photograph. I'm going to see what I have for music here. I'm going to call this, well, what do we call it? The old Florida. Yeah, I mean, we're just playing here anyway, so I don't know if they're going to make it Facebook. It might, but you never know. And I also like to stick in on the end of the my videos. It's this little thing here. Come on. That's pretty good. The only thing I like to fix is I want to make this up that right there, and then, oops, shoot, nothing cooperates the way I want. Maybe I'll do it there. Make sure it falls on the 2 lines. It could really use something. That's all set. Now all you got to do is export the video again, and it's 117 megabytes, 1920 by 1080. But we don't really need it that high, so we could go to 720 by 1280. See how that looks. About the same. I wonder if we do it as an MP4. Down to 88. I mean, they're not really substantially great photos, so maybe we can get away with it. So anyway, we got the file name right, and we're going to export it. Now the only thing that this doesn't do is say, hey, you already have a file named that, so do you want to replace it or add another one? I wish it did that, because then I wouldn't have 2. And that's it. You got a video you can do. You can do whatever you want with it. You're going to upload it to YouTube, or you're going to use it for some other purpose.